If you're looking for new beat-em-up games, you're in luck. We kick off this video with Double Dragon Revive, a new chapter in the classic beat-em-up franchise. The game promises a renewed experience, combining 3D graphics with the traditional gameplay style that fans know and love. The gameplay of the new title was presented in a recent trailer, showing a mix of dynamic combat and updated visuals. Expectations are high that the game will maintain the essence that made the series a success, while introducing new mechanics and challenges. Next on the list is Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch, a 2D beat-em-up featuring hand-drawn art and characterized by side-scrolling gameplay. Players can switch between the main characters, Jay and Silent Bob, in real time, allowing a tag-team dynamic that enriches the combat experience. The game is described as an arcade beat-em-up that combines irreverent humor with fast-paced action. The game has been in development for a long time, with many fans wondering when it will finally be released. Despite this, anticipation around the game remains high. Axe of Blood is a beat-em-up action game that stands out for its fast and brutal melee combat. The game is set in a dystopian city called Bandung in Indonesia. It has been compared to Sleeping Dogs due to its intense action gameplay and urban setting. However, Axe of Blood seems to have a more stylized art style and a stronger focus on melee combat. The game features a unique art style and a brutal combat system that sets it apart from other action games. City of Rampage is a beat-em-up game inspired by classics like Streets of Rage and Comic Zone. The game promises advanced combat mechanics and challenging bosses, ensuring an intense experience for players. The graphics are hand-drawn, and the soundtrack is described as fantastic, contributing to the game's immersion. City of Rampage is a promising side-scrolling fighting game that offers a nostalgic and challenging experience for fans of classic fighting games. With its attractive visuals, engaging soundtrack, and refined fighting mechanics, City of Rampage has the potential to become one of the most popular fighting games of 2025. Dicey Krime Traveler of Time is a comic fighting game inspired by classic 90s fighting games like Streets of Rage, Final Fight, Battletoads, and River City Ransom. The game is set in a world where Dicey and his friends fight crime and injustice in various cities around the world. The game features over 120 uniquely designed characters, drawn and painted by hand, frame by frame, in traditional 2D animation. Dicey Krime also offers a comedic fighting action for 1 to 3 players, with local multiplayer and online co-op modes.
But I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness. A reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always.
Pizza Kid is a 2D fighting game set in a dark sci-fi and fantasy world. Pizza Kid features a unique visual style, inspired by 90s anime, graphic novels, and arcade fighting games. The player controls a character named Pizza Kid, who must fight enemies and bosses to save the world. Pizza Kid is a 2D fighting game focused on fast and intense combat. The game also features a variety of items and power-ups that can be used to help the player win battles.
Rick Norton, the hero who saved Neo Cisco twice.
Rushing Beat X: Return of Brawl Brothers is a 2D side-scrolling fighting game. It is a sequel to the classic Rushing Beat series, originally released by Jaleco in the late 1980s and early 1990s. The Rushing Beat series is known for its frenetic action and memorable characters. The first game, Rushing Beat, was released for arcades in 1989 and became an instant success. The game followed a group of 3 friends, known as the Peacekeepers, who fought against organized crime in a futuristic city called Neo Cisco. Spine is an action game in development by Neki, known for its fighting games like Shadow Fight. The game is set in a cyberpunk future and features a unique combat style called Gun Fu, inspired by action films like John Wick. The player takes on the role of Redline, a rebellious street artist who has a combat implant called Spine. Redline uses the power of the Spine to fight against an AI-controlled autocratic regime that dominates the city. The game's combat focuses on Gun Fu, a mix of martial arts and shootouts.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutants Unleashed is a new action game that puts players in control of the iconic Ninja Turtle brothers as they face a new mutant threat in New York City. The game takes place in a world where humans and mutants coexist, but peace is broken when a leak of mutant substance creates a new race of mutants, called Mubies. Players can control each of the 4 Turtle brothers, each with their own unique abilities and fighting styles.
I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you...
To conclude, I present Tenet of the Spark, a third-person action-adventure game with a focus on narrative. The game revolves around the story of Will, a boxer who stands up against street gangs and confronts the ghosts of his past. The central point of the game is the Spark, a gift that allows Will to see the world as a powerful Viking or a cunning Aztec. This unique ability allows him to switch between these 2 personalities, each with their own abilities and capacities. Viking possesses brute strength and melee combat skills. Aztec is more strategic and agile, with stealth skills and weapon use. Well, that was the video. I hope you liked it, and see you next time.
I must know the truth. I must know who I am.